Welcome to my channel, the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. Buzz with anticipation. Fans packed the stands, their voices rising in waves of excitement. The lights bouncing across thousands of faces. The ring sat under a cathedral of sound and spectacle, ready for collision of two very different fighters on very different paths. First to enter was Luke Campbell, cool and collected, wearing blue trunks and guided by head trainer Shane McGuigan. He was no stranger to the pressure of the spotlight. The 2012 Olympic gold medalist had already challenged twice for a world title, with 20 wins from 23 bouts. He had proven himself time and time again against elite opponents. Tonight, he entered as the underdog, but one who knew exactly what it took to survive deep waters. He weighed in at the lightweight limit of 135 pounds. His approach to the ring was businesslike, all focus, his eyes cold with the awareness of a mission ahead. Then came the chaos. From the red corner emerged Ryan Garcia, draped in shimmering gold and white, flanked by trainer Eddie Reynoso and his father Henry Garcia. He walked to the blinding lights like a pop star with a mission. Fans screamed. Phones were raised. A modern-day celebrity in gloves. But beyond the flash and fandom, Garcia had real numbers, an undefeated record of 20 wins, 17 of those by knockout. His reputation as a rising star had been built on explosive finishes and electric hand speed. Still, critics questioned if he was more hype than substance. Tonight, those questions would be answered. Referee Lawrence Cole brought them to the center. Obey my commands. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch him up. The fighters bumped gloves, then returned to their corners. The bell rang. Garcia opened fast, launching quick jabs, feigning with that signature speed. Campbell stayed cautious, testing the range with his own jab, calm in the face of pressure. Garcia's aggression was sharp but measured. Campbell, the southpaw, wasn't biting on the early traps. Short punches traded between them, nothing clean landing. Then came a quick check hook from Campbell, just enough to remind Garcia that this was a showcase. This was a real fight. The round ended evenly, but it was clear both men were warming up. The fireworks had only begun. Garcia opened round two with increased urgency. He pressed forward, more flat-footed now, stepping into his punches. He was stalking Campbell, sensing that aggression might break the older man's rhythm. Then it happened. Campbell waited. He timed Garcia perfectly. The young star stepped in and was met with a crashing overhand left. It landed flush on Garcia's jaw. In an instant, Ryan Garcia hit the canvas. The crowd gasped. Campbell remained still, walking toward a neutral corner. England erupted in celebration. Garcia rolled over, blinking, stunned. It was the first time he had ever been knocked down in his career. He looked up at the ref and rose quickly. His legs held firm. He nodded. He was still in the fight. The commentators echoed the question. What now? What does a young star do when invincibility fades? Garcia answered with grit. He came out in round three with fire. Shaking off the knockdown, he threw hard combinations. His jab pumped, his body shots thudded. Campbell was suddenly backpedaling. The man who had landed the knockdown was now forced to defend against a reinvigorated Storm. Hooks to the body landed with authority. Garcia had responded like a true fighter. Round three was all his. The next rounds unfolded like a high-speed chess match. Campbell remained crafty, using angles, never standing still, flicking jabs and counter hooks as Garcia pursued him. But Garcia was adjusting too. He was no longer rushing in recklessly. He used distance better, picked his spots, and landed clean left hooks. His trademark punch, more often. Campbell had moments of brilliance. He caught Garcia coming in with check hooks and worked the body when he could. But it was Garcia who was slowly taking control. Then came the sixth. Just before the bell, Garcia unleashed a brutal left hook upstairs. It clipped Campbell near the temple and stunned him. The ropes caught the Brit before he went down, and he staggered back to the corner, blinking. The tide had turned completely. Garcia was now the predator. With the bell for round 7, Garcia came out hunting. Campbell's legs weren't what they had been earlier. Garcia sensed it. His eyes locked in, reading his opponent like prey. He attacked with precision, forcing Campbell backward. Then came the moment that sealed the night. A feint upstairs, then a lightning-fast left hook slammed into Campbell's liver. A perfectly placed body shot. Delayed by just a beat, Campbell's body shut down. He dropped to one knee, then to both. His face twisted in pain. He stared at the canvas, trying to will himself up. The referee counted. Campbell stayed down. It was over. The arena exploded. The official time, 1 minute and 58 seconds into round 7. Ryan Garcia stood in the center of the ring, arms raised, his corner pouring into the ring to celebrate. For the first time in his career, Garcia had walked through fire and come out victorious. Fans cried. Celebrities posted. But in that moment, Garcia's expression was one of pure relief and pride. This was no YouTube knockout, no Instagram highlight. This was boxing. This was adversity. He had been tested against a world-class opponent, dropped to the canvas, and risen to finish the job. The critics who had called him unproven saw a different fighter that night. The speed was still there, the glamour too, but now there was something deeper, substance. Campbell, elder professional, took the loss with grace. He had delivered the first knockdown of Garcia's career and given him the toughest test of his life. He reminded the world of his own pedigree and added another high-level bout to his resume. But on that night, the torch was passed. Ryan Garcia, the social media sensation, had become Ryan Garcia, the fighter. The left hook had done the job, but it was the mental recovery, the courage, and the patience that made the performance unforgettable. From that moment, the landscape of boxing had shifted. The lightweight division had a new threat, a young, hungry contender who had proven he belonged with the elite. And as the confetti fell, as the belt was placed around his waist, Ryan Garcia smiled and looked out the crowd. The kingdom was his now, and this was just the beginning. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more update.